Once you stop, you can lose in today's world.
Yeah.
The world moves very quick.
Very quick, especially now with technology, artificial intelligence. People got to worry about.
Oh, that's a whole nother animal. That's something interesting.
Elon Musk they have their first candidate, I guess, survived the surgery of the Neuralink. I don't know if you've heard of.
I heard about this.
Yeah, so I guess it's multiple little inserts into the brain, where it's not even a human-based surgery. It's a robotic surgery where they implant the Neuralink into your brain. But apparently this individual, I don't know how they got approved to already do human trials. So we're recording. We got another episode of Adversity Kings. We're in a boat hangar at Grand Sport. Am I missing a pice of the name?
Grand Sports Center.
Grand Sports Center. And we're here with the owner, Max, correct?
Yeah, family business.
Family business. And we're out in, where are we?
We're Lake in the Hills here.
I have no idea. I've only been out there.
Oh, you're all good, man. You're all good.
I barely know Lombard. You know what I mean? That's where we're at 24/7.
Northwest suburbs, man.
Northwest suburbs.
Yeah.
So we got Max here, and then Dave, you have anything else to introduce with Max?
So Max, I've dealt with you guys on a couple of occasions. I bought a couple boats. How did you get started in this business? Because I got to tell you, so I met Max, I think it was on the 30.
It was on that blue 30 you bought, and I can't remember if that was like 8 years ago.
It wasn't even on the market, and you said, listen, you got to see this. This hasn't even hit the market. I don't even have the boat yet.
Just bought out of Canada. It was a pretty boat.
Yeah. You're like, you got to see this. The sound system on this is crazy, blah, blah, blah. I think I bought it sight unseen. I'm like, okay. Oh, I want that one.
I think you did, yeah.
But my recollection in all the deals we've done is honestly, you guys you're not only fair, but man, you guys are just straight shooters. It's great people to do business with.
We try to. It's fun. I meet a lot of my customers I'm friends with. At the end of the day, I get to go boating with them. I see them. You see them in a bar. You don't want to buy something from a sales guy and disappear. That's not fun. I like personal relationships. It's important.
Yeah. Where were you born and raised?
Elgin, Illinois.
Okay. How far is that from here?
25 minutes, just straight north.
Yeah.
Or straight south, I'm sorry.
Straight south? Okay. And then what about parents?
Parents they're in St. Charles now, so everyone's local.
And were you guys local too? Were they born and raised in Elgin?
They weren't from Elgin, they were from like Schaumburg area.
Okay.
Which same thing, 20 minutes, away.
What was growing up for you like?
I've got a lot of good memories growing up. I had, great parents, they're still awesome. My mom was a great mother. We did a lot growing up. We always did stuff, but at the end of the day, we'd always come to the shop.
Yeah.
I have so many memories growing up at the boat store. I'd be 8 years old. Running around. There's jet skis. They got motorcycles.
You think you could swim before you could walk?
Probably. It was definitely born into it.
Yeah. Now, who do you think you had the closest or most impactful relationship with growing up, and that kind of made you the man that you are today?
My father, 100%. I mean, it's still my best friend today. I mean, everyone has their own feelings about their parents. Mine, I was very fortunate. I got great parents.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest thing? Obviously, I imagine you got discipline, work ethic, and vision from your dad. But
absolutely. I mean, sweeping at 8 years old, coming in the shop. I mean, I was working when we were out in Elmwood Park. I was coming in I'd clean a bathroom. I was just at work. I enjoyed it.
Most kids don't enjoy working. So.
No, what? We're distilled.
There weren't any little incentives or.
I'm sure he gave us, $5 or something, but I just liked being part of it. I guess the environment.
Yeah.
The employees, our service guys, the parts guys. Everyone's just kind. It was just a fun upbringing. Yeah. I got a lot of memories, a lot of good stuff.
So dad's in business with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's still here. He's still running.
And every day, yeah.
Honestly, we're all full throttle.
Yeah. Dad's a big car guy?
He is, yep. He's still playing with the cars.
Yeah. You're a big car guy?
Or is that over there?
We just got that consignment. Got that yesterday.
Yeah, that thing's sweet.
Oh, it's pretty. Based on a Boxster. It's a neat car.
Yeah. Is that a retro mod is what they call it?
It is. It's called a Starkey. So literally if I remember right, they're like MSRP is like $200K. So they take a Boxster S and they put a fiberglass and carbon fiber body on it to be like an old Speedster. So you can drive it. The car's sexy. It's fun.
Okay, I got you.
Little hot rods, you know.
Yeah, so you got the retro look with the modern day technology
Exactly.
with the drivetrain. Okay, so that's based off of a
sweet.
Boxster.
I
Yes.
think that's something similar to like what Greg did with that Corvette.
It's new technology.
He's got a 60. Yeah, we got a buddy of ours that got a '67 Corvette, and he's redoing, putting an LS4 motor in.
That's what they do. You literally buy like a tube chassis now, and they'll take a 66 and put it on top of it. So that way you've got air conditioning, you've got power brakes, it's
I'm looking
fast.
inside, I'm like, dude, it's look modern inside, but the vintage outside is sick.
That's the way to go now. I mean, I love old cars. I
love 'em.
But you don't want to smell afterwards. You don't want the new technology.
You want to be able to stop the
Sick.
car.
Look what they're doing on the new Chargers. They take a Hellcat.
Yeah.
They put a old Charger body on top.
Yeah.
It's cool.
You had a Viper.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I had a GTS Viper. I love that. That was fun.
Yeah. So let's talk about Grand Sport. How did the company come to be? And I was told that you are a big reason over the last 3-4 years on where you guys are at today. So let's talk about that.
I appreciate it. So Grand Sport originally started, they were selling Suzuki motorcycles. They were a Suzuki motorcycle dealer back in the day, and then someone approached about selling like Chrysler outboards, and it just kind of steamrolled. They got good at selling outboards. They started selling all the, Stinger, the jet boats, and then we came with Baja dealer, and just kind of intensified. And throughout the years, we've just increased, and I'd say the last probably 10 years, we got real big into the brokerage and consignment business, in buying and selling. And the last couple of years, I feel like I have helped improve the business by social media. That's a big thing for us, Facebook, buying and selling, and kind of going from there.
Do you think there's been, and by resources I mean more so mentors, competitors, outside of, obviously the family wisdom and knowledge that you guys have accumulated that have driven you as the young man to be like,
absolutely.
Hey guys, look, there's these guys down in South Florida, they're doing this. Here's what we need to incorporate. We're an older family business, but we need to do this to drive us to the next level.
That. Everyone goes, oh, competition's bad. I think competition's great.
Yeah.
Competition gives you kind of a boost. Exactly. You could take 5 guys that are around you and kind of pick and choose what they're doing well and go, I like that. And you take little tidbits, and that helps improve your business.
Yeah.
And it helps you grow. So I believe I love competition. I think it's fantastic for a business.
Now, I always like painting the picture of where you were to kind of give people an idea of like who you are, because I think a lot of people, they look at success, they hear about the McLaren, you know what I mean? They hear the life that you've built for yourself now, but they don't see, you started sweeping at 8 years old.
Oh, yeah, and so behind closed doors, I work. I mean, my phone rings at 9 o'clock at night. Yeah. I'll take phone calls at 5 in the morning. It's the nature of our business.
So you still have to work now.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of, there's kids on media, and they're like, man, I just want to get rich, and then they think there's this destination where you get rich and you stop working.
No, the old theory, and I love it to this day, is money never sleeps.
Yeah.
It's true. You know what? As soon as you get lazy, your competitor's going to do better than you, and you're in the dust. You have to stay ahead at all times.
Yeah.
Once you stop, you can lose in today's world.
Yeah.
The world moves very quick.
Very quick, especially now with technology, artificial intelligence. People got to worry about.
Oh, that's a whole nother animal. That's going to be an interesting.
Elon Musk they have their first candidate, I guess, survived the surgery of the Neuralink. I don't know if you've heard of.
I heard about this.
Yeah, so I guess it's multiple little inserts into the brain, where it's not even a human-based surgery. It's a robotic surgery where they implant the Neuralink into your brain. But apparently this individual, I don't know how they got approved to already do human trials. I feel like I just started hearing about this.
Yeah, I kind of heard AI is going to be very interesting.
So off topic. I'm not very tech savvy. I don't think you are either. Nope. You know what I mean?
I just like buying Tesla stock. I don't know.
Dude, it does well. I mean, recently it seems fluctuating, but overall, I think when you're looking at the overall character of Elon Musk, just him as a business character, I should say more so, that dude's gonna win. You know what I mean? I just look at him. I agree with his his values. I agree with how he does business, how he conducts
agree.
business. That's a stock where you're not going to lose. Before I get too sidetracked, I want to kind of, again, I like to paint the picture of the past. What was high school like? Did you go to college, or was it,
So I
16
did.
years old you start
yep.
working?
So I did. High school was really good. I did go to community college. I wrestled all the way through high school.
You wrestled.
I
Have
did.
you heard of Izzy Style Wrestling?
No, I don't.
He's a really good camp right out of Lombard, and he works with all UFC guys. He's probably been around like 15 plus years. But I don't know. He just connected me with a guy named Real Woods. He wrestles out of Iowa. I don't know how much you pay attention. But
Not like I used to.
okay, because Iowa's got a dual.
I loved it
Penn
though.
State.
You know what? That helped. I don't know. That helped kind of keep me disciplined.
Yes.
That really did.
So you wrestled up through high school, and did you wrestle in college?
I didn't. No.
Okay.
Wish kind of those small regrets. I wish I would have done that, but I didn't.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I was good at it.
What was community college like?
Community college was good. You know what? I was more focused on work at that time. So I would, even in high school, so after, I'd say sophomore year, I'd get out of school. I would take the train. I'd take the Metro to Elmwood Park, and I'd go to work for 3-4 hours and ride with my dad on the way home. I did that every day.
Grand Sports Center.
Yeah, Grand Sports Center.
Okay, so it was a different location?
So yeah, we built this store, I think in 08. We were down Elmwood Park, which was closer to Chicago, downtown, and that's kind of where they started.
So when did you start to notice success in your life, and you started to feel like, man, I'm really starting to enjoy, like maybe a first car, something that you did yourself, and you were like, man, this is that first milestone?
When I really got into sales with the company, I was doing parts. I was running our parts department for, up until about 10 years ago.
Okay.
So I would say in the last 10 years, my life kind of started changing because I always kind of would try to sell a boat here and there growing up.
Yeah.
But as I actually kind of full-time went into it, I started learning it. And you learn how to talk to people. You learn what works. You find your rhythm. And
did you learn by experience, or did you have some books and podcasts, YouTube?
A lot of experience, a lot of it watching my father, watching Jerry, our other main sales guy, but again, a lot of I don't know if I could say names for different podcast guy, but I love Grant Cardone, his 10X theory.
10X.
I love it. I read his books. I listen to him. I've been following this Ryan Stewman guy, Hardcore Closer.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with this guy. But again, Rags to Riches, he's phenomenal, and I like his attitude, and I like what he does. So,
absolutely.
Just anything that everyone's got something in their body. Anyone that can find that extra push, you find something that you listen to that gets you the excitement. I think it's worthwhile.
Absolutely. So 10 years ago, it starts taking off for you. You get into the sales department, and I love that number 10. I try to communicate that because our niche with insurance, we've got a massive influx of kind of that high school to college generation that's coming into the insurance business. And instead of 10 years, I think they want everything to happen in 10 days.
Everyone's instant gratification. That doesn't work in today's world, unfortunately.
Anybody that I told some young man last night, I was like, listen, there's going to be shiny things that pop up in your life, and opportunities for you to go do this, go buy this, and go do that. But anything that I've met individuals and been like, man, they're wealthy, not only materialistically, but internally, and I would want to trade places with them. They all say that number 10. It's right around 10 years. You know what I mean? Like the gentleman we did yesterday, Dave Reddick. He was 12 years in to his business. Like, I just feel like in the last 2-3 years, which again, there we go, number 10. Yeah. Like that's when life really started to get really sweet and sustainable. So
it takes time to build. You have to build your following. You have to build your network, your people. You have to build that. Yeah. It takes time. It takes a long time to build trust.
Absolutely. Let's get into some more boat talk. What's this boat back here, Dave?
So that is a 32 Spectre Cat. They're fast. Cats are sexy. They're fast.
Is it faster than the cigarette right here? That's a cigarette, right?
Yes. So the Sig, but if you put them in rough water, the Sig will eat it all day long.
Like in Lake Michigan when it's real choppy?
Yeah, you take this boat with 4-foot rollers, she's going to be really happy. Yeah? The Spectre might not like it. It'll be fun, but the Sig, it's going to be a good time.
Which one are you choosing? Between that or the Catamaran?
I go for the I love Sigs. Sig is my, that's my unicorn. I love
Which
them.
one are you choosing?
Cigarette.
Cigarette?
All day long. So
why do you like cigarettes over over the
I first of all, I think these guys probably do it the best out of the Go Fast sector. I like these guys the best. There are a few other manufacturers out there. I think they're very good at what they do.
Looks cooler because that looks like.
Oh, it's sexy.
My only thing with
it's a sexy boat.
when you get up,
like a Aventador.
they get light. That's what it is with catamaran.
They're
It's because
built for
the air gets
speed.
trapped underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, if it does not feel glued down.
Yeah.
And that one's not like a big deal, but when you're going 75, 80 on water and you get a little light, that steering gets a little light.
Now is that similar when you told me the boat races when the bow, is it the bow or something that gets?
When they get stuffed.
That's a bad day.
Yeah, that is a bad day.
Yeah.
Does that happen more
If you-
with the
if you
SIGs
go-
or more with the catamarans?
Those cats have a tendency to flip. So like when
they'll
you
flip
see,
that way.
because air gets trapped underneath and then there's nowhere for it to go, so
Yeah.
it lifts the boat up. Whereas these, because it's a V bottom, they'll cut.
They break the waves. They actually literally cut through the water.
These can't dip under like that guy did at the race.
can,
It
but you
can.
gotta
If,
be- yeah.
if you judge the water wrong,
If I'm driving it, it's going.
yeah. But
Yeah, probably.
with 4-foot rollers, you'll be smiling in that boat.
Yeah, I thought I was a jet ski king from all the jet skiing I've done in Sarasota and Miami. He takes me out to jet ski this season. It was the first time I really did it in Lake Michigan. Bro, it was a whole different animal.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's got professional skis.
We run those RXTXs, the 300s.
Oh, those are
the
sick.
325s.
Yeah.
Dude, they get up to 70 miles
Yeah,
per hour.
they yank your arms off, man.
2.5
I
seconds.
think I think I think I probably got up to 60. I don't even think I got to touch 70.
Yeah.
But
Lake Michigan doesn't give you 70.
No, no, it's a different
there
animal.
were some days out there where they were like 6 foot,
Yeah.
5 foot.
When you go out there and you see white caps, you go, oh, it's gonna it'd either be a fun day or a bad day.
That's right.
Yeah.
The sweetest spot, I hate putting it on blast because I don't want more people to go up there like you told me. Can I say?
Yeah.
We go up to New Buffalo.
Beautiful area. I love New Buffalo. It's pretty.
It makes you feel like you're on a vacation in like Florida.
You feel like you're up in like Ann Arbor or something. It's
Dude,
pretty.
It is. The food was amazing.
Yeah.
It tastes like fresh. Like I guess it is fresh,
Yeah.
straight out the water. But they've got luxury hotels. They got nice people, wealthy people. There's a lot of money up there.
It's a classy area. Yeah.
Some of the houses on the shoreline.
Yeah.
There was like glass mansions right up there. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, Dave, what do you think? This is like probably 10 mil. And I'm like, oh my god.
You could just run the shoreline on Lake Michigan. You go by like Wilmette, Waukegan. It's just the absolute gorgeous homes. It's really pretty.
It's incredible.
I like doing that tour.
Do you have a favorite place? Do you probably go out on Lake Michigan?
I do a lot of Lake Michigan. We are close here to the chain of lakes. I go for convenience because it's nice, it's easy. But ultimately, I do love big water like, you guys do. You can go out, you can play. I love going to North Point. We can launch.
Yeah.
You head to Milwaukee, go to lunch. You go to Racine for lunch. It's pretty. You don't have to worry about people coming at you. You can just go out and run.
Now, I'm imagining you've probably boated across West Coast and East Coast. Do you have a...
I haven't boated in Cali yet. That's on my list. That is one I need to do.
I always want to make that run to Catalina
I do, too.
Island. I think that would be an
is
amazing
that?
run. So it's an island off of what is that?
I
Is it
can't remember. I just
San
sold a 45 Sonic to a
San
guy
Diego?
that's doing that run.
Fran? Yeah.
Dude, all I can think of
It's
right
supposed
now
to be gorgeous.
Yeah.
But don't break down the sharks and stuff. It's supposed to be.
Don't break down, man. Hammer down. Let's go. We got to get there.
That's it.
So again,
insane.
it's like that Miami to Bimini run. That's another run I always want to
Yep,
do.
I want to do that.
What's
Yeah.
it cost to fuel this thing? 0 to full.
Are these 300 gallons?
Yeah,
Or
there's
two-
around 300 gallons
300
sold.
gallons, yeah. So you figure
$5 a
$5.50
gallon.
Yeah. 1,500?
Yeah,
1,500?
let's say it's $1,200 a day. Go and play hard.
How many? Now, can you measure the gallon per hour? Like how many hours is 300 gallons gonna last?
It's,
Oh, gosh.
I know 300 gallons will get you from New Buffalo to Chicago, maybe to Playpen, go up and down the river and come back.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's 120 miles. I don't know what that run is.
It's 44 nautical miles straight across, and you figure idle time when you're out there. It's 300 gallon day.
Yeah.
When I ran my boat across the river or across the lake like that, it's 300 gallon
When
day.
you sell boats, is it more detrimental to the value of the boat with miles on it, kilometers, or
So they go by hours. So
Hours.
versus cars go by miles
That's what I
and
was
kilometers, boats go by hours. So, so certain manufacturers for the motors have certain guidelines on requirements for rebuilds. Like a Mercruiser, their blue motor, typically a 525 is a rebuild at 350 hours or top ends at least. The black motors, which would be like a 496, they don't have valve train issues. So you get 1,200 hours, a blink of an eye.
agency.
They run forever.
Yeah.
so if someone's negotiating and they're like, "Hey, man, there's 10 extra hours on there. Is there like a number of like every X amount of hours can shave off a couple thousand?
Yes and no. I guess when we list a boat, depending on what motor and what package and boat and hours,
variables,
we
not
try
just an
to
hour.
price it in accordance with, you know, what
They scan it, so we know exactly
Is there like-
how many hours the engine spent at this RPM, at this RPM.
Is there like a Kelly Blue Book for boats?
You can use
There is.
NADA, which is JD Power, but it's a guide. You know, you can't use it as concrete because they
My boat said
don't.
it's worth 100,000, Max.
You know, they can do that, but they don't classify exactly a freshwater boat and a saltwater boat, which would be a price difference. And JD Power calls it the same value. So you use it as a guide. You don't. It's not set in stone.
The saltwater, I would imagine, is rougher on.
It does. It definitely depreciates a boat because of the corrosion and hurt that it can put on a boat.
What's your 2 dream boats? You could have, the price doesn't matter. You can have any boat you want. What would you guys say?
I love a 39 Sig with 700s. To me, it is the perfect boat.
The
It's
M6
perfect
drives.
package. It is. It's just a beautiful boat. Great power package. They run forever.
How much does a boat like that run?
Well, probably a nice. You can buy a late model like an 09, around 400K.
The
Or
maintenance on that a year?
you're gonna service it. I'd be like $1,500 a year. Not outrageous.
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah.
No. No.
It depends
It's
how many
1,500
hours.
aside,
Yeah, it
just
depends
at the
how
end of
many
the season, they
hours
change
you
fluid.
put on it. Of course,
Yeah.
you know.
No.
You know, very.
If you're doing it in Chicago and you only got 1 month of summer, then it might be.
Yeah. No, I would say to run a boat, slip it, store it, maintain it, and really doing it right.
Fuel it.
Yeah, I guess
It's
I was
hard to
thinking.
say
I'm
fuel.
thinking oil changes and
Yeah.
casing. I'm not thinking about a summer of use.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No,
you're
it's
10 grand.
You're
gonna,
10, 15,000.
Yeah, so you're 10 grand to
before
play.
fuel.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, before fuel. And then if you really run it, it's every bit of 10, 15, 20 grand a year in fuel.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
What about,
Yes.
what about you, Dream Boat?
So my thing is I love SIGs. I would agree, 39. But I think for me, I like that. If you see that, it was a Tirana, the 52. It's a center console with 500 Rs back there now.
That is the
$1.5
center
million
console. That's
boat.
another interesting market. I love that market.
Yes.
Oh, if you were going to go for
Yes.
that, I'm going to take a nice big Midnight Express.
Yeah.
What's the
Alex has
center
got
console?
one.
Center console is, I have one outside. It's kind of the next, it's the hottest trend that's been coming, I'd say, within the last 5 years. A lot of the big performance guys are going that route because it's outboards, less stress, less maintenance. Imagine like the SIG, full open cockpit. So you can put 14 people in the boat, run 80 miles an hour.
Wow. Okay.
So if you follow like the Florida Powerboat Club, great set of people. And if you look at the boats, how they have changed through the years, it used to be all these big Nortex
Yep.
and SIGs and these big cats. And now it's 42 Mystics and just a different world.
Yeah.
But again,
They hang
it's
4, 5,
Yeah.
6 motors in the back.
Yeah.
500 Rs. Those are what, 100 grand a piece.
yeah, but they ride these new center consoles. They ride awesome. I sold this 42 Mystic, and if you ever watch online, it's called Haul Over Inlet.
Yes.
It's awesome, but it gets really, really rough. My buddy sent me a video of his 42 Mystic just ripping through.
It went down there?
Yeah.
Okay, that one you guys
Yeah,
had.
the
That's
black
what the
one.
Italian Jerry called me on that boat.
It was a nice boat.
Yeah, I had no hours on it.
No, it was real low. It was out of the Ozarks.
Yeah.
It's a nice piece.
And it just ate
Went
that
down
up, huh?
Yeah, it did. I'll show you the video. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it just pounds through it.
That's
But
awesome.
again, that boat's 14,000 pounds. I mean, they're big, but they're fast.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. So,
Yeah, I'll take over. Grab some more stuff out. I like talking about movies. Do you have favorite movies?
Oh, I do. My favorite movie actually is either Gone in 60 Seconds or Blow. I love the 2 favorite movies.
Blow's a good movie.
I love that
Blow's a
movie.
good movie.
Some people may disagree.
No, Blow's a
I
good
love
movie.
that movie.
Who the heck is the actor, dude?
It's oh god, the guy from the Caribbean movie. Johnny
Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Yes.
He's amazing.
He's amazing in that movie,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't know, that movie just always stuck with me. I still love Wolf of Wall Street. How
Wolf of
can
Wall
you
Street's
not?
phenomenal. Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio. He's phenomenal.
He is
Insane
a
actor.
great actor.
What else do I like him in? Have you watched The Revenant? I know he doesn't say much in it.
That was a good movie. Did you ever
it was
see the
decent.
movie where he's on the island and he's running? He's the kind of the psych patient. He's on
Yes.
the island. That was another great
another
movie.
insane movie.
Cool plot twist at the end.
Yes, another insane movie.
Yeah.
Movies, food. Gotta be a foodie. If you're a boat guy, you gotta have some places you love to like, just restaurants, whether it's in city or even little small places out on the water. You like to just get some good
You
food.
know, I'm a big meat eater. I love
meat.
ribeyes. I love prime rib. I
You
love.
hunt at all?
I don't. No, not a
See, I
hunter.
follow a lot of hunting guys, and I had a guy that this is something I'd like to do because I obviously we don't have time to hunt being in sales, as much as you like to go hunt. But I had this Alaskan guide hunter on the podcast.
That's cool.
Imagine this guy told me he does seasonal bear hunts. They're Kodiak grizzly bears. Now the thing about the Kodiak Island in Alaska is these bears are exposed to the largest food supply in the world. So
I won't
these-
want that thing running at me.
the grizzly bears get up to 2,000 pounds.
Wow.
The paw can get up to a 10-inch width. Now that's probably 4.5.
That's outrageous.
Double. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
10-inch. And
Catch
it's
your
like-
mitt coming at you.
there's video documentation of, you know how big a moose is? It's like one of these fucking boats. You know what I mean? There's
amazing.
documentation of these bears just swiping a moose and breaking its back with a
That's
swipe.
nuts.
And they get charged, so they have to like. And I'm like, you have an AK-47 or something? Keep bear spray, and we keep our rifle. I'm like, a rifle? You know what I mean?
Seriously.
Like, even though you got a high caliber bullet, I think they're shooting with close to 50. They got to be like close to 50.
Yeah,
cal.
I think they're using like 50 cals to try to knock them down. I
But
don't
something
know.
I've really grown very obsessed with over the last year and a half is I've started to invest a lot more money back into my body, my health for longevity, and it's everybody I've studied and kind of talked to has been aligned with having a carnivorous diet where you're eating more meat, not many carbs. Potatoes is what I'll usually filter in for carbs.
I have a very
vegetables,
similar diet.
fruit, and then on the weekends, I'll cheat around a little bit and everything like that. But I love game meat. I love going to like Amish type of like markets or something I can find that's really organic. My long-term vision is to find like a ranch down in Texas and
Really?
just hire someone to come out and do my
See,
food
that's
out there.
That's a big one for me. Is healthy mind is healthy body.
Yes.
You have to have a healthy body. You have to take care of yourself.
Yes.
If you want to be success, at least I believe this. If
You
you want to
have
be successful at home and at work.
Yep.
If you eat like shit and your body is like shit, how can you be successful at life?
Well, I bet.
At least I believe that. I feel you have to have both to succeed.
How often do you get calls from amateur boat buyers like myself? I come in here, I buy a boat. I don't ask you about the fuel. So I just put any type of fuel in there. You ever get calls like that? Hey, something's going on.
I
with
have.
my
You know
engine.
what? It's first time boat buyer. We get them. It's
How much does
that's
that
okay.
cost to fix when you put the wrong fuel in there?
Yeah,
Does it cost a couple
that's
grand?
a bad day. Yeah, I don't know. That,
couple grand.
Yeah, you don't want to
Or
put
like 10 or
you don't want to put diesel in this. Would be a real bad
so
day.
what I'm talking about is in relation to you put bad fuel in your body. A lot of people think like,
You're right,
It might not, cost much. I feel good. Well, we look back 10, 15 years and you just costed yourself 10, 15 years and maybe all the deals you lost out on. So I 100% agree.
Some of the best people I've met and through my field and some of the most successful people, you look at these guys and these families, you're like, God, you guys really take care of yourselves, and
Yes.
they're insanely successful. And I kind of put that in my head and go, I need to follow that.
Yeah.
It's true. I believe it's true.
Yeah.
It's that mindset that helps give you.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about some of the clients you've worked with. You don't have to name names if you're not comfortable, but
I don't
what are
wanna
some of
use-
your favorite deals?
God,
And some of your favorite people?
I met some great people. I've had deals where I've flown out, done a cash deal. I mean, I had a deal 2 years ago. Sold this 36-foot cat. I fly out to Georgia. I meet this guy on a boat with my client. The guy's counting out a bag of cash for the boat. We have to fly home. I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna get murdered. But
With bags of cash?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was for him. I've had a lot of just fun deals. I've sold boats all over the nation. Again, 80% of our boats go out of state now. So,
Well, that's my other question for you too. Is where do you see, like, what is your vision for this company, and what about your kids? Is this something that you guys want to build so that the legacy continues? What
I
you think?
do. I believe, I believe we are going to continue to succeed, and I will, I guess I'll say I will put my kids into as another generation. I believe we have that opportunity to do so. I see our business continue to grow year after year by just enhancing. We're good at what we do. I just want to enhance it, grow, add more lines, add more people.
How's the last 3 years been for you since COVID?
Very fortunate. A lot of people had their own opinion, and their businesses were, spotty. Us, the boat business, the recreational business, excelled. A lot of people had extra money. A lot of people jumped into the field. So a lot of people bought boats. They bought RVs. They bought they bought toys. So for us, it really helped grow our business.
That's what I thought. When we talked to the guy yesterday, we were like, he's like, our sales went up. And I'm like, makes sense. They try to lock me in, I go buy a boat. You know what I mean? So
money was cheap too.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, you had the best of both worlds. You had the consumer with extra money, and you had cheap financing.
That's actually cool to talk about, because what's the financing difference between a vehicle and a boat?
So for recreational, so I'm going to say campers and boats, you have long-term financing.
You go 20, 30 years?
Really 20. So most of the boats, these big boats, most consumers will go 20 years.
Is that like a fixed rate, or is it?
It is. You'll do a fixed rate, and it makes it affordable.
Yes.
Versus having you can have a $3,000 a month payment versus, a $8,000 a month payment.
Okay.
Versus if you did a 72 months.
It's not, but now, if you do a 20-year payment, now I don't know what the Fed. I haven't checked in the last couple of weeks what the Fed rate was at, but I think it was 5% or something.
So boat loans right now, compared to last year, they're up 3%.
Yeah.
So the average boat loan or 20-year loan is, good, excellent credit, close to 800 credit score, 8% range is what I'm seeing.
That ain't bad.
It's realistic.
Yeah. You're not going to get around it unless you buy it outright.
Older boats will be 10-ish, but again, it all comes down to how long you're planning on keeping the loan. You can
now, when you do a 20-year, how much are they looking to get down?
typically 15% is the kind of the rule of thumb for the banks.
Okay. So someone comes in 15% down. They want like what you guys are talking about, a 39 SIG, and it's going for 500. They can get away with 65.
Sometimes, yeah. SIGs are a little different because they value them out different because it's a very special boat because of the paint and accessories. But most boats, yes.
So you might need 20-25%.
On a cigarette, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
At least is what I'm seeing in our world.
Yeah.
Some banks will do other things, but
are brand new SIGs probably 500?
No, they're a lot more. So I'm listing I just listed an 1842X with 860s. I'm listing that boat at $899. To order that boat today is probably 1.4-ish, 1.5.
My God.
Yeah.
So you want to get in something like that, you're looking at 300, 400 down.
Yes. Yeah, depending.
That ain't bad. Just grab one of those.
Again,
See, then you got to figure. Then you got to have
it all
truck,
depends on
right?
your budget, right?
Yes.
So what they don't think about is then you got to have a truck, and you got to have a place to keep it, right?
Sure.
So that's the biggest thing. So my thing is, as we got into some of these bigger SIGs and the bigger go fast, my problem that I was running into, honestly, was a place to keep it and a place to launch it, because you got to have the right tow truck too. Because
you need the right launch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the agency truck, the Black Widow, isn't rocking it.
I don't think you can. You can pull. I believe you can pull a 38 SIG. This boat is probably
You
what,
can drive
6,000 pounds.
9. So on the trailer, probably 12.
With the trailer's 12.
Yeah.
Yours is probably. I don't think it's a function of the engine. It's the suspension and the brakes.
See, if I were to do it again, I would do a in and out service. To me,
They won't do these.
they won't.
You got to go to places where I go to Osaka in New Buffalo, and they had a really hard time with my 30 and 35s.
Really?
Yeah, so you would have to get a slip, and then because they can't keep in the staging area. The staging area, the slips are only 25 or 30, and that it's just too big for them to maneuver. So a lot of them won't. You got to go to, in which it's hard to find. I don't think there's any on the Great Lakes where where they'll stack them. That's,
I thought Winthrop Harbor used to do it. They might still, but they used to do it.
I think they'll do 25s all day.
Okay.
30 on the upper end, 28 or 30. You get up to 30, they're not too happy to do it. Yeah. And then they put all kinds of restrictions. You got to call me on Thursday if you want it for the weekend, and it's got to stay in the water, and we'll haul it out Monday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that boat doesn't get wet. You know what I'm saying? We put it in, I run it.
No.
And I want it back on my
I
chair.
want to wipe it off with a diaper and
That's
poof.
right.
Yeah, keep
That's
it
right.
clean.
Yeah, so that was my biggest problem as I got into some of these bigger go fasts, you know, with stuff like that.
You ever see the movie, everyone's seen it, Blues Brothers?
Yes.
So they're going for the mall. That's a kind of grand sport history. They're going for the mall. And there's actually, if you look, you see, I got a big Baja sign up there. They had a Baja and said Grand Sports Center. One of the guys knew Mark back in the day. And
Really?
yeah, just kind of a little cool
I'll have
piece
to
of
watch
history.
that movie again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going for the mall, and boom, you'll see them going for the mall, and you see the big Baja sign, you'll see Grand Sports Center
Actually,
across.
somebody posted about that on Facebook in one of the boat things.
Yeah, it's just kind of cool history that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah. So let's talk about Grant Sports Center. What's next? What are you guys excited about?
future?
What's the
The
future?
future, I think about it daily because I always think about growth, and it's going to be growing our business, whether it's adding another location, south, or if it's adding extra boat lines. We're going to kind of elaborate, and just kind of continue to think about how to grow because again, the world changes daily. You have to stay on top of it. So, that's kind of where I see futures. It's kind of growing what we have. I feel like we have a niche business and we just need to kind of excel at it and keep going with it.
You talked about a possible South Florida location at some point in the future.
I would love that. I'd love that. I can't say coming future, but maybe later future.
Yeah.
We'll see how things go, and but it's an idea. It's a thought that I've had for a long time, and I'd love to do that. I'd love to be out in Miami or something.
Miami-Dade County.
Yeah. Again,
Go
a
five.
little boating world,
Yeah. Well, you got your family in the business. I see Megan, your wife.
Yeah, my wife.
I know that she works in the business.
Yep, she does. She does all our bookkeeping. She does our title work. She's awesome. I got really lucky. I got the jackpot when I got her. My father, Mark's still running full throttle. My brother, Adam, he does our internet. He does internet, but he does our postings, our photos, our listings. So we're a family business. Steven is my cousin.
Right.
He runs our service department.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. It's nice to have family.
Dope. Anything else you guys want to add?
Anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the last thing I'm curious about is I'm getting really hungry is what's the best place to eat around here within like 10, 15 minutes?
Moretti's is good. You can't go wrong there. They got good food.
Is that the place right on the river with the crab?
Oh, that's oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. They're good. That's I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, they're a good place. They got good
Right on
food.
the river, yeah.
Yeah.
Moretti's is the go-to?
Moretti's is good. They're easy, good pizza. They can love everything. Pasta.
Yeah. Sounds like
All
we might
comes
be
down to what you want.
hit Moretti's. Want to
Yeah.
hit something different than just a fast food spot. So I think that's a wrap. We'll follow up in a year or so, see where everybody's at, see if we want to rock another pod. Maybe we
Sure.
go out and do it on a yacht or something.
Yeah, we can go do it on the boat next time. That'd
Go
be
do
fun.
it on a boat.
It'll be fun.
It's a little cold right now. I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Probably a little nipply.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, if you're interested in the boat market, where can they find you?
Here at Grand Sports Center, or you can find me, Max Miller, on Facebook. Friend request me, but grandsportscenter.com. We update our inventory daily, and every day we have stuff coming and going. You want something? Give me a call, give me a text. We'll find what you need. You have something to sell? We'd love the opportunity to help you with it.
Awesome. Another episode of Adversity King. So make sure you guys check out Max, Grand Sports Center. Have a great day. Peace.
Thank you.